Okay. All right. Hello, hello. Yeah. So I want to start with something that happened yesterday. It was really, really nice. I mean, everybody knows me, right? Raul. I work in a DMM, and I'm just thankful to be in that apartment and in that what's it called? Like to work in the DMM. I've been doing that since I was like 18 years old. So it's been nice and it's been good doing that. But what happened yesterday is I was at Mayfair, just outside playing around just with some kids, and then some guy, he was just standing in the middle of the street, and I guess I don't know, but I felt like it was a demon inside because he was jumping around, this and that, doing crazy stuff. All the neighborhood was like all panic, everybody all crazy. They call the cops and everything. And me and my friend, I told him, you know what, let's just pray. Let's just, simple prayer. Just in our minds. Don't do nothing crazy. Don't say in the name of Jesus, nothing like that. Just do it in your mind. And then we did that for like a minute, 2 minutes, And next thing you know, that guy was crying like this and just saying thank you to God like the whole time. The cops came. They didn't do nothing. They just left. And that guy just went walking and just saying thank you to God the whole time. So that was pretty amazing to me. It was like, wow, just a simple prayer, But today we're going to talk about attributes, We're going to talk about that. Does somebody knows what that means? Attributes. Attributes.
Like something you can bring to the table.
Okay. What else?
Something God given to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Things that have to do with our character.
Okay. That's good. Somebody else? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Over here, this side?
Characteristics.
Characteristics, yeah. Nice. Well, I went to the computer and looked it up, and actually in the Bible too. It says right here, an attribute is a quality or a feature regarded as a characteristics as part of someone. So that means like your characteristics, like all who you are, that's what it is. An example of that is an attribute that we possess is being able to relate and to communicate with anyone, no matter the race, gender, religion, or status. I noticed myself that one of those attributes that I have is just talking to anybody, like in the neighborhood, everybody, like everybody knows us because of what we do. We serve unconditional. Like issues, we do stuff for them. So that's one of the attributes that I found out about myself, reading these, studying these attributes, So that was pretty nice, that I found out about that. We're going to talk about the 1 through 5 levels of, what's it called? Let me see right here. The what's it called? Employee performance framework manager guy. So this is 1 through 5, right? What I found out right there is that in the level 1, there's three levels. So it's 1 to 2, and then what's it called? 3 to 4, and then 4 to 5. So in the first one, what I found out is someone who doesn't have a clear commitment with God and with others. This is because there is a lack of maturity in different areas of their life. So what does that mean? That means that person is not committed, to the highest level, So he's not committed to himself, to nobody. So he just goes on Sundays, or he just like, he's not committed to God, So that's the level from 1 to 2. Now the level from 3 to 4, the person is the person in this level is fully grounded and they are fairly open to learn new things and apply them into their lives. So kind of like this, kind of like number 4 to 5, but that person is like committed. He tried his best to be in time. He does all this stuff for other people, for God. So yeah. And the number level 5, I have a good example. One of my mentors for many years, since I was like 14, 15 years old, is Ricardo. And what I wrote right here, it says, Ricardo Pineda is a great example of someone at this level. He's a leader and he sets out and accomplishes everything that he would do. He reaches out to others and helps them improve in their ministry. So I've seen that a lot, with him and Hermie. Like, they're like on the top, so that teaches me to be like in the same as them, like every day. So that's what I found out about the five from 1 to 5 levels of management performance framework. And one of the other things that I was studying right here is the attributes are like open to new ideas. I don't know how to pronounce this one, but it says collegial, and trusting working relationships, and actively listening, dependable on time, works into the Lord, trustworthy, faithful, and hospitable. I don't know if you guys...
Hospitable.
That, thank you. My English is not that good, but I try my best. So those are 4 categories of attributes. I was looking into them, and it's similar to the person of peace, and we're going to talk about it later on. And like the first one, it says, being open to new ideas means that you are willing to set out of your comfort zone to try and learn new things. Sometimes, like us, like we don't want nobody to teach us. Like nobody, I know this or I know these. Like, for example, if you work in construction or, you work in an office, you think, like sometimes we think that we know everything, but it's not like that. So every day we're learning, So the second one is working in groups means that you care about the rest of the people in the group as far as their opinion and input they bring to the table. So I seen when I remember when I went to school, I'm always quiet, I don't like to talk a lot, But and I know a lot of people that in the school they're like talking all the time, this and that, And sometimes they talk too much, but most of the times when they talk, the whole thing is just one part good. That's it. And what I'm trying to say is that everybody has to bring something to the table, no matter what. Maybe your silence can show something in the table. I don't know, but something you have to bring to the table. So I don't know if that makes sense, but something like that. So yeah. If there is no trust in a relationship, there is nothing to work forward. So I noticed that sometimes we don't trust each other. We don't. Even with our couples, with our friends, our mothers, sisters, we don't trust each other. So when we want to do something good, nothing happens. Even in a marriage, because you don't have a trust. So if you don't have a trust, nothing is going to happen. Even if you have money, no matter what you have. If you have God, it doesn't matter. You have to have that trust in order to work something out later on. So that's in your job. If the manager calls you right now and says, you know what, hey, I want you to come right now. He's trusting you. He's seeing if you are trusting, with him. Now, if you are available, then he's going to say, you know what, you're all the time available for me. So I'm gonna put you in the highest position. And that's what God does to us too as a disciples. You know? Because I remember when I was sitting down watching TV and God told me, you know what? Go over there. I'm like, man, I'm enjoying, it's my free time. No, go over there, man. And it's my free time, God. No, go over there. And when God tells you something, you have to do it, no matter what. You know why? Because He's going to trust you. He's trusting you right now. Because there's no other people available. So I don't know if that makes sense, but, what I'm trying to say is that always be available to God and to your supervisors, no matter what. Because that trust is going to build into a good relationship, and that good relationship is going to build into a good work. So, yeah. It says the last one, when the disciple is open to time and he's dependable, what I was saying, trustworthy and faithful, the one who disciples him, put him trust in him. Those who follow him do as he does. So whatever I do, like I got 20 kids, they're like middle school kids. Whatever they do it. Whatever they do, I notice that. If I say, I always say G-O-D all the time, they say it too. I always say G-G, They're like, what does that mean? I'm like, it's just a shirt, what's it called? A shirt for God, They say that too. So just be an example, at all times, at the job, with your character, your attributes, an example. No matter what, to your kids, to your husband, wife, grandmother, but even to the dog, because the dog sees that too. I have a dog, and he knows me when I'm mad. His name is Pilot. We have him at the house, and he knows when I'm mad. He goes away, but he knows when I'm happy. He comes and he's like, let's go play ball. He brings the ball in, So simple things. So we're going to do something. Activity. We're going to do a little activity. So I wanted, do you guys buy your Bible or something? No? No Bibles in here? Oh, that's cool. So I want you guys to look Exodus 18, 17 through 26. Take like 5 minutes, do it as a group. And Exodus 18, 17 through 26. It talks about Moses. And just look for three attributes that you can find in there. Just real quick, just find it and we're going to talk about it. Just take 5 minutes, 18, 17 through 26. If you have to take 6 minutes, 7 minutes, go ahead, Still got time, I think. I guess everybody's done, huh? All right, so let's see. You guys want to share what you guys got? Share an attribute that you guys found in the story. Okay. All right. Trustworthy, yeah. You guys in that table? Oh, teamwork. Cool. Brave. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was hard, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
And also, I think he was pretty humble when he incorporated the other leaders into his ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, like, this is my ministry, and I want all the perks of being a leader, and we don't want to share those perks. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Go.
Sí, sí. Vaya, sí, para todos ustedes, gran amigo. Turn it on. Well, sí, no.
When you're using this mic, you need to make sure it's right in front of your mouth.
Okay.
I see. Well, you know, for me, this part is show me my walk to in DMM, because we have to go to the community and help them to follow God and find the correct person of peace in there. They're like Raul, we go talk about it later. This is too much about our vision. Find the correct person and help people to obey God. It's all and here I see all about obey God, right?
Okay. That table over there. Just one or two. It doesn't have to be like all three. So.
Will they be, hello? Can you? Oh, okay. Okay, so basically, everybody pretty much summed it up. It's instructions, being teachable, open, and willing, God-fearing, and trustworthy.
Cool.
Just that I saw that he was able to listen. He paid attention.
We talk about the DMM, and to me it appeared that Moses' father-in-law was much like a person of peace, because he had this, his attribute was this settled characteristic as to where he knew what he wanted to do, what he wanted to convey to the people, and it seemed like he was influential in that area because they listened and they did what he said as he taught them to do it.
So what I got out of it is to be open-minded, and always look for consultation when needed. Be a man of truth. Look for able men.
Well, I noticed that he had quite a few attributes. Jethro, his father-in-law, I picked up that as counselor, teacher, advisor. He was representative. He was role model, and also acted as a servant. Those were some of the ones that I came up with.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so we noticed, and what I really liked was Moses' humility in listening to the advice and taking on more people to help him in his ministry, so that like it's kind of a big deal when you realize that and accept the fact that you can't do it alone, and that you ask for help, and also that he listened and took heed to his instructions, and that's being open and willing, and I think that that's really important.
You guys? Okay. Okay. You guys over here?
Okay, so we got the same thing pretty much most of the groups over here did. But we did honoring. He was an honorable person. He was willing to follow the direction given to him, no matter what the cost was or what his fears or doubts were. And in the same way, he was obedient. And that's key. Polly was saying that. And that he was trustworthy.
Good. You can leave it right there. So what I got right here says,